Pecky is off to the side, so he could throw out that Claw of Doom and follow it up with the Glacial Tomb and manage to get some damage down on alternate. Decides against it right now.
Ooh, he's getting used to his knowledge. There is the Claw of Doom and Glacial Tomb. And it is the tomb where Lord now lies.
And he's not out of so he'll land the cocoon.
Oh, he's on a roll. Can you smell fish?
I think there's something fishy going on with this pause right now. Well, it is going to be interesting to see whether or not the volley bear of Cyanide can catch those salmon running upstream. And if he does, it's definitely not one that is going to help him out in this matchup. I'm sorry, Joe, but I think I'm going to channel my inner freak for this match.
I think we need to call a pun embargo on this one because, I don't know, I don't want to see the COD Wars all over again. Here we go then, for now.
And that's the thing, it's the World Championships. Everyone here is a real threat and an amazing team. You go in saying, yeah, they're one of the best in the world, easy, right? Yeah. No one's going to actually do that. Maybe double it, but that's about it.
Well, that's why he's on the analyst desk.
Yeah. Oh.
So let's take a look at those starting lineups. In the blue corner, it is, of course,
what will be going through the Fnatic mind of their playbook. They do have the blue side, remember, in this game. And we'll see, can you read it through his eyes? Can you read what his mind is thinking? No, we can't.
I think he's just looking at the back door, trying to figure out what's the quickest way to get there.
Trying to see which way you can get in. It's locked! I can't get through.
You know, talking about the Twisted Fate usage, it's up to each individual player to change the destiny of the game with the use of that ultimate.
Oh. I can groan at that one.
They've blown away worlds with an impressive 12-3 record. Coming into this tournament, there were a lot of people.
SK Telecom T1.
SKT1 is...
This crescendo means everything. It locks up both TG and EXO. And as you mentioned, Genja was out of range of the Crow Storm for the last about second of that damage, and no longer took damage from Ezreal, which means he got to turn it right back around, put the burst down, which Corki does really well, and just get the rest of the damage he needed.
Could say that Mineski could not avoid that crescendo. Right now, Gambit 14-4 up on the kill score, 10,000.
That obviously brought us onto our final game. Honestly, a bit of a one-sided affair, if we're going to be really honest about it. Fnatic, you know, they just came out flying, came out of the blocks absolutely flying and never really looked back from that one. I think it was 23 minutes or so that they beat EG in there.
They really snowballed that game particularly well throughout the entirety of the match and deserved the win.
See what you did there, Trevor. Let's have a look at the standings because they are the really important thing right now. And
over the likes of a Jarvan, which he sort of preferred a little bit more throughout the split.
Well, there is the Jarvan. I was saying that Makata doesn't really play it much. It seems like he's going to lock it in. Lissandra, a champion that had really been ignored so far today, has a fantastic win rate here in Europe.
Yeah, really, really high up. In terms of the Jarvan, this will only be the 4th time that Makata has ever played it, if it does get locked in.
Jarvan, the 4th time.
So, exactly. Really? Lissandra, however, they aced Evil Geniuses. The key members of the team, the carries, all have Baron buff remaining. They're going to barrel down this middle lane, and Brickett is going to have to channel his inner giant killer with those double giant belts because he's defending against 3 giants.
Well, there are 3 of them coming. I see what you did there. Threw me off my game. As the turret does go down, let's go back into it because Giants are not stopping here. They know that. The fact was Soaz was causing the problems there. And then coming into game number 3, as we said, Equalizer's the wrong name for that ultimate that he used here today because it swung completely how those fights went.
It was the Dominationizer.
It was indeed something like that.
But it was a fantastic game, and it was that first game defeat, how crushing it was. The Ultimate fans and the viewers are just feeling that it's not actually going to impact the final outcome of this game.
Well, maybe they're feeling that Wizards are going to get affected by the pauses more than Alternate. Alternate, obviously, it's not their issue, effectively. They seem happy with it.
Maybe because they're Wizards, one of them is cursed.
Wow.
There was a sigh from the entire room as I disappointed all of my fellow co-casters, but I am quite proud of that one.